multiple neighborhoods that we've seen that appear to be just completely flattened, as if a tornado or a hurricane has swept through. It is almost emotional in nature.
Tonight, deadly wildfires continue to ravage Southern California. A new fire is now burning in the Hollywood Hills. This is as the death toll continues to climb, along with the amount of buildings destroyed. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for K2 News at 11 tonight. I'm Deborah Knapp. K2 spoke to a helicopter reporter about how this is impacting journalists who live in these communities and how this is an unprecedented weather event. K2's Victor Park joins us now in the studio with the latest on this. Victor?
Yeah, Deb, you know, I've covered so many wildfires in my career, including in Southern California. Never seen anything like this. Take a look at this live images from SoCal. You could see this appears to be the Hollywood Hills on fire. This is near the Hollywood sign, near the Griffith Observatory, if you're familiar with the area. And another one erupted earlier tonight in Studio City. And right now, these are the latest numbers I want to get into. 5 people are dead. There is a high number of significant injuries to people who did not evacuate, according to the LA City Fire Chief. More than 100,000 people have evacuated, and an estimated 2,000 structures have burned. Here's a look at those multiple fires currently burning across Southern California. According to CAL FIRE, the Palisades fire is now more than 15,800 acres. The Eaton fire near Pasadena is 10,600 acres. The Hearst fire in Sylmar has burned more than 800 acres. And again, the Sunset fire and Lydia fire both started this afternoon. The containment for most of these is at 0. Meantime, many of these images are coming from our colleagues in LA. This evening, I spoke to a news helicopter reporter about journalists having to report on these fires while dealing with their own devastation.
We have, a partial structure collapse.
Gabe Santos is a helicopter reporter for our sister station in Los Angeles.
You could see just how vast of a scene this is.
He and his crew in Air 7 were the first to see the destruction from the sky.
I'm still in shock from seeing entire communities just gone. I've never seen anything like that in my career so far.
How were you guys able to do that, and what did you feel?
It's the taking off and landing, because that's where any little gust of wind, when you're that low to the ground, can really hurt if it hits you the wrong way.
But some of Santos's colleagues were dealing with their own devastation. Eyewitness News reporter Mark Cota-Robles evacuating from the Eaton fire near Pasadena just before he went on the air.
So I got the kids out of there, they left, and here I am. We're now showing you what's happening here.
Josh Haskell reporting from his community of Pacific Palisades, where he grew up.
You just never thought that you would see your town that destroyed. I was there on Sunday. I had lunch there on Sunday at a restaurant with my parents. Like, none of it makes sense.
I mean, as a journalist, how do you balance that?
Obviously, Victor, that's one of the most challenging questions we deal with as journalists. You obviously try to never become part of the story, but sometimes you don't have a choice. They were able to, help their family get evacuated, but then they turned around and they followed in their duty as journalists to report the news and report other people's stories. I think that's what makes what we do incredibly important. I know Portland has been gracious enough to send some of their firefighters down to Los Angeles to help with the firefighting effort, and that's really huge in these kind of situations.
Yeah, a lot of people I've been talking to and listening to have been telling me they either know someone who has been impacted. Of course, I know quite a few, but so many people are having a hard time going to sleep tonight in LA, not knowing where the next fire could be. The Los Angeles Unified School District has canceled classes for tomorrow. Deb.
Well, you can understand how scary it would be actually to try to fall asleep tonight. Thank you, Victor.